Hey everybody, it's Bug here from Spooky Pinball, and today we're going to be showing you how to set up your Evil Dead pinball machine. Now first things first, you'll notice in the box there's an end that says truck this side. This side will indicate the bottom of the machine where you'll be doing most of your work. So you can use this to help position the game exactly where you will want it in your game room. This will make more sense as we get deeper into the video. So after receiving your game and inspecting that there's no damage in the box, it's time to open it.
Hi.
Okay.
So to begin getting the box off of the game itself, the first thing you have to do is cut these two straps on the outside of the game. We recommend that you hold on to the straps while you cut them so that they don't snap off in any unexpected directions on you. So hold on to those straps while you cut them with a pair of wire cutters. Next, we're simply just sliding the box off of the game and off the top. If you do not have the height in your room to do this, we recommend that you cut down the corner of the box and essentially peel it off. Next, we have two more straps that are securing the game down to the pallet itself. You're going to want to cut these off so that you can remove the game from the pallet soon here. Now you notice in the game this note that says important, do not cut shrink wrap. That is because this is very important and you should not cut the shrink wrap. If you do cut the shrink wrap, the head will fall off of the back of the game and smash into your floor, so don't cut the shrink wrap yet. At this point, you can go ahead and grab your game's leg box, which is located on the back side underneath the head of the game. Go ahead, open up that leg box, and you'll find a bunch of items in there, including a thank you note, a bunch of sticker replacements if you were ever to need them. You're not gonna. A checklist showing that all the items should be in the leg box. The 6 balls for the machine. The tilt bob, throw it in the garbage. Don't actually do that. A replacement servo. The head bolt and leg bolts. The power cord. Your leg levelers. These will be very important. The felt protectors for the legs, also very important. This is an alternate plastic for your right ramp. You don't technically need it. The keys for the coin door. And of course, your 4 legs. Now we want to get the legs on the machine, so first we have to remove this protective cardboard that we use from the straps that you cut earlier. So I'm just going through with a knife and cutting the tape that holds these on. You can just pull them off, you don't technically need to cut them, but just trying to keep things looking nice and clean for the video here. So get the cardboard pieces pulled off of here so that you can then fold back the wrapping and shrink wrap, the foam and the shrink wrap around the edges of the game so that you can access the leg bolts. Now, I'm pulling these leg bolts out using a 5/8 socket on my drill here. You can also, of course, use a wrench. Now, before your legs go on, you have to put in the leg levelers. For the front legs, I always put them in all the way into the leg. This is not what everybody does, it's just a personal preference, but for the point of this video and telling you how to set up your pitch, this is what we do when we set up our games. Now, before the leg goes on the machine, you also want to add your felt protector. It is best, I find, to pre-bend these to the shape of the leg to help you with getting it onto the machine later. And then I'm, of course, just running the leg bolt through it so that it is all ready to go onto the machine together. So after your leg levelers are on, your felt protectors are pre-bent, and you have your leg bolts run through, you can actually begin securing the leg to the machine. I'm just getting those hands started there before I go ahead and grab my drill to secure it down the rest of the way. And you want to make sure that you get this absolutely snug. It should be very tight. If you don't get it tight enough and the game is rocking constantly on the legs, you could do some long-term damage to your cabinet. So make sure you get both of these front legs absolutely snug as a bug. See what I did there? Before continuing on. So get them tight, give it a good old, yep, that's not going anywhere, and do the other side. Now, before setting the game on its front two, not a single bald spot, that's great. Before setting the game on its front 2 legs, I like to get this cardboard out of my way here so I can safely set it down, and I'll also actually scoot the game back a little bit on this pallet, just so I can really safely set it down on its front 2 legs and not worry about it falling off the pallet. So I've got everything set up for it to come down on the front 2 legs, which is going to get us to the position where we can then do the backside, and then boom, your game will be on all 4 legs. You're almost there. Now, if you don't have some people to help you out with picking the game up to get the back legs on, you can pick it up yourself and slide something like a stool or another stable object underneath it so you can get those legs on. I'm only like a 160-pound dude, and I can still get the game picked up and put on there pretty fine, so you'll do all right. Okay, so now you're ready to install the legs on the back side of the game. It's pretty much the same exact process as the front side, the only difference being how you're going to set up your leg levelers. Now, to get the desired pitch of 6.5 to 7, we recommend that you set the leg levelers at about 3/4 of an inch of the way through the leg itself. So you can see here, I have the leveler set to about 3/4 of an inch the way through. You could go a little higher or lower than that to be in the range of 6.5 to 7. I would recommend going a little bit lower, but that would make the gameplay faster. So from there, you're ready to install your legs the rest of the way on the back side here, and then you can get the stool out of your way. Now remember, the leg levelers, this all depends how you set your front ones as well. So I have mine set in all the way, and then I go 3/4 of an inch through the back. That's how we get about 6.5 to 7 degrees. So it's finally time to get rid of all this annoying foam and shrink wrap off the game, and Spooky Luke's got a cool trick for you here, using a piece of cardboard to slide against the backside there so you don't worry about cutting through all this and destroying your cabinet. I think if he was a real man, he would use his hand instead of a piece of cardboard, but I guess some people are just soft. And then, of course, don't forget this step. This is a step we see people forget all the time, especially on locations. Peel the plastic protective layers off of your topper that comes with your machine. Okay, so now we're ready to actually fold up the head on the game. Make sure to feed the tube full of wire between the head and the cabinet through the holes so you don't crush it between the head and the cabinet. You've got a friend. Make sure the latch on the backside of the game is secured so your head doesn't go falling off anywhere. Our next step will be to get the balls installed in the machine and remove all the protective material from the inside of the game. So to start that, you'll need to get your coin door open, so go ahead and grab your keys from the leg box and get your door open. And then we'll be unlatching the lockdown bar on the left and right side in the game here. Here's an inside of the cabinet view so you can see how that goes. This makes it so we can remove the lockdown bar, and then of course, the glass. Make sure to close your coin door before pulling the sheet of glass out of the machine, and then it should be as simple as just sliding it right out. And then you'll want to make sure to set this down on a piece of cardboard or blanket, something soft. Never set it down on concrete. Tempered glass is very fussy about getting its corner nicked on some concrete. Now it's very, very important, Don, to remove all of the foam here before turning your game on. So I'm going to remove the foam from the tape reels, from underneath Linda's head. I'll be removing the tape off of the playfield, and also the foam behind the hand. You do not want to turn your game on before removing these pieces. The servo motors and stepper motors and everything, they will start running when you turn the game on. So you have to remove this material before turning your game on. Did I mention that you should definitely remove this material before turning your game on? Remove it before turning the game on. Take it out before you turn the game on. Remove it before turning. So at this point, you're ready to install all 6 balls into the game. So at this point, you are ready to install the glass back into the game. Very simple, just slides right in. And then you can go ahead and grab your lockdown bar and slap that in place as well. Put those latches back on each side, left and right. Okay, so now that you've got the balls installed, the glass is back in, the lockdown bar is secured in, you can unwrap your power cord and go ahead and get that plugged in. Here's a couple more features you should know about your game. If you need to get into the head of your game, you have to grab your display keys, which are located on the inside of your coin door. Just take those keys, insert them in the keyhole on your display, turn and open. We include a head bolt with every game that you can secure down in the head with a wrench to add more stability to the game. You don't necessarily need this item, but this is something that is good to add for extra stability. If you ever need to pull out your playfield for some reason, we have a foam protector located on the inside of your coin box, which is right inside the front of your game. Place this foam protector in the very front of your apron. This will make it safe for you to rest the apron against the head of the machine. AJ is going to pull out the playfield here and set it against the head to show you now. As you can see, this protects the tape reels on your apron from being damaged against the top of the machine. If you have any questions about any steps of this process at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to us by phone or by email. Enjoy your game, thank you for watching, and do something spooky for me.